1919 was a strange year. World War I was over. The horrors were done. But the influenza epidemic was sweeping the globe, and more people died then than during the war. All the black soldiers that had been such heroes in Europe came back home and were being crushed, trying to be made into second-class citizens. They called it the Red Summer. And my grandfather, son of a slave, grandson of the slave master, took off his uniform and went to Columbia, South Carolina, and married his black Choctaw bride. Took her to the train station, walked up to the ticket man, reached in his pocket, put the money on the counter and said, "How far north will this money take us?" They had to get out of that craziness. Wound up in Greenwich, Connecticut. Pop Ernie told his bride, "I'll be right back. I'm going to check on our accommodations." Goes out in the street, asks a kindly white gentleman, "Excuse me, sir, could you tell me where the colored section of town is?" "There is no colored section of town in Greenwich, Connecticut." "Okay, sir, can you tell me, please, where the Masonic Lodge is?" "Well, yeah, that's right down the street." So Pop Ernie went to the Mason Lodge, and within just a few minutes had got himself a job as a cook and caretaker and accommodations upstairs. Went back to the train station, picked up his bride, and that's where they stayed for about a year. And there, in Greenwich, Connecticut, is where my father, Ernest Jr., was born. Of course, in Masonic Lodge, you can't have a little toddler running around there, so they moved to Baltimore. And there, Uncle Edward was born, named after his grandfather. And Uncle Edward took sick. And Pop was pacing all night with the baby on his breast, trying to comfort and soothe him. And after a while, Grandma Charlie just said, "Ernie, put him down. The baby's dead." Well, they couldn't stay in Baltimore with that memory. So they decided to move to Philadelphia, and that's where Aunt Thelma and Uncle Calvin and Uncle Billy were born. But before they left Baltimore, they went to a portrait studio to get a picture taken of the three of them. The photographer tried his best to get smiles out of my daddy. I mean, toys, all kinds of things, but that didn't work. Finally he said, "Tell you what, I'll give you a piece of candy." And so, that's what we have, a portrait. Pop, Mom, and my daddy. Give me the candy.